we come up in, we think we're Islamic when you deal with the north, east, the south, and west. And in actuality, that is not the way that Muhammad or any of the other prophets were taught. That was taught in Kemet. When they was taught in Kemet, just the way it is in the Quran, it asked a question as to where the Prophet asked the question, where's the nearest place to meet Allah? And in the Quran, it says the same thing. It speaks about the place that's most dearest unto you. You face the place that's most dearest unto you when it comes to prayer. And the key is that there is an absolute maximum of truth between the place that's most dearest and the place that's nearest. They are both the east, are called the center. So when you look at the place that's most nearest, you speak about the heart or the center, because life travels from the center to the outer bound. North, east, south, and west are for the lost. That's what people are dealing with directions, and they don't know which way to go half the time, no way. But the east has very little to nothing to do when it comes down to consciousness, or as he was speaking about how wise man demonstrated by cycle ages. They don't get caught up in this carnal evolution of time or north, east, south, and west. So I just wanted to highlight that thing about the east, because a lot of us don't take the east as seriously as Commission masters, the masterminds brought it to us. And that's to let you know that it is the center. All life travels from the center to the outer bound. That out to us as mastermind, our center is the east. That's the east you're speaking about. You speak about the center. And so when it comes to the nearest place to meet Allah, or with the place that you face most dearest unto you, then you're speaking about the center. You're speaking about the heart. That is our east when it comes to the masterminds. Islam, I just want to speak on that, Saeed, not to help out with the class. Islam, can you hear me, Mo?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, Chairman.
I'm doing. I already have a reason to give praise to all, and I was going to want to give much honor to our most respected class tonight, and always handles very governmental, as I say. And in regard to that light, I couldn't help but reflect back to, maybe because of the various measures that we get here at headquarters from time to time. In fact, earlier today, I received a 103-page documentation from a Moore Science Temple, and where they were justifying some kind of way or another. They were saying that the Prophet brought the government inside of the Moore Science Temple organization, and so therefore there's no need for any other government to take place. Of course, naturally, that was in the first paragraph, so that left the same item for the rest of them 103 pages. I started not even read that part, because at the very top was the flag of Morocco and the United States flag backwards, so that let me know right there exactly where they are. So when it comes down to that light, more, you have to come into the consciousness that we're in a era of time now where that darkness, it doesn't, slavery, those things that show where a people is out of it, that's no longer prevalent anymore. In fact, you look like stupid today when you are leaning toward those things that you know has always harmed you. It doesn't make any difference if it comes from your internal family, your organization, your religious entity, what you thought was your government. It really doesn't matter. The thing about it is that with today's media outlets, that they're so accessible. I mean, the average cell phone, Android now today, if you can do just about anything. It's a walking library. So you have those things that if you want to research something, there's really no excuse today because it's right there for you. And so when we're looking at this light that the prophet brought to us, there's a reason why he brought this light to us more, and that is because we had to use these things in order to free ourselves from that negative Western Freemasonry, that enslavement that was brought by, that the European used for 500 years to put us completely away from the nations of the earth. We were so denationalized until we were taking pride in being ignorant. We were taking pride in being isolated away from the attachment from the rest of the human family. And we thought it was okay. This is how bad mental slavery took us away from the real light. So when Noble Raleigh brought it to us, he ran into the same kind of opposition 100 years ago that we're running into today. And you would think that after 100 years of knowing what is wrong, why are you still finding such comfort in the same shallow grave that it took the Europeans 400 years to bury you in? There is no comfort, there is no freedom there at all. I mean, absolutely none. We had more to want to debate about going to the United Nations. They got these kind of organizations here and there. You even got people now that got the homemade United Nations, including the ad hoc judges and everything. Texas is no longer a state of the United States; it's its own private country now, and it's the headquarters for their Mason. And the thing about it, these different organizations, these Negroes, I mean, people that ain't got no light about what, and they run around with the same Bible in the hand that was given to the slaves during the time of slavery. And yet, they're quoting Deuteronomy and what. Well, the thing about it, it's time to wake up and assume the responsibility of that comes with freedom. You're not going to be a free nation of people unless you love it, unless you like it, unless you see the need for it. It's not going to be there. You can't lay back and wait for Pleasant Bay to free you. It don't work that way. You have got to want to be free your own self. You see? And then you see, well, what's the best course of freedom? Well, it ain't but one. And the great God Allah, through your ancient forefathers, sent you an angel to show you that one way to get free. It's only one way. And I want to say much honor to our officials, the Grand Sheik, Assistant Grand Sheik, and the staff, the other divine ministers who is here on the front line, making sure that this way, the door this way stays open. Anybody that wants their freedom, we're here, Morris. We're here to help you if we can. We ain't going back to no slavery, though, if that's because you like it. Bye. Peace and blessings, We know what's going to happen to you and the rest of the concentration camp. The thing about it is, we've got a job to do, and we got to open this door. That's why we're the United Nations now. So you can keep on piddling around and thinking that this is some kind of hoax, some kind of joke, some kind of thing you can play with, and it's going to be all right in the by, the sweet, the rest of the Christian foolishness, and see what happens to you. There's 60 million people who have been heavily laden in slavery 150 years longer than what they're supposed to be. 150 years longer because they like it so much. But the thing about it is, look at the time, it's universal now. It's coming, it's at an end. There is no more. The United States can't have slaves no more. In fact, the United States can't even exist anymore. A corporation, country, government, it doesn't make a dime. They got to go. Why? Because the foundation which they've been standing on slaves. And the United States has never been without their slaves. Never. Okay? So now that the slaves are gone, the spirit of it, although you got those that want to hang on, but these are those that are going to fill up in coffins at the concentration camp. Okay? But the thing about it is, the end of time, the Bible told you, it's here. It is here. This is the new era when the last prophet, those who don't think know what it is, every prophet made in an era, especially those that come about every 2,500 years apart, okay? They made it in a new era every time. And no one could sleep over them, the last of the cycle ages, the very last of them. So only those who has the wisdom to grab a hold of this and go on with it, they're the only ones going to make it. Okay? You're now going to be judged by the purity of your heart. That's what it's going to be about. It's not going to be about where you live at and how much money you make in and spending and or like that. It don't make none of that's going to count. The only thing going to count today is truth. So, it's been a blessing. Shaheed, we're just as proud of it we can be, man. And Ronald,